Why is this thing that's so important to you that you feel the need to? Did you feel that way when Miles Bridges beat that girl to hell a couple years ago, and he's back playing in the NBA? Did you write your substack essay about that? Did you write your substack essay about Terry Rozier? And the gambling stuff, and Chauncey Billups and the gambling stuff, and how that's a big problem for the game? Did you write the essay about Giannis being a partner with Kalshi? Did you do that? Announcing his partnership with no shame, an active player being a partner with a gambling brand? Did we have a conversation about that? I don't think so. I don't think he was ever. He had nothing to say. He had no problem with that. But you had the problem with this. That's odd. That's just odd to me. Magic City night. This whole thing for me, what it boils down to, bro. Like it's not it's about Luke Kornet choosing this issue to stand up and talk about and write a Substack essay about. With everything going on right now, this is the issue that is so near and dear to your heart that you had to write a Substack essay about it and that you've made a big fuss about.
Hold up, we're promoting a strip club at an NBA game? The Hawks are really doing a Magic City themed night. Yes, that Magic City, the Atlanta strip club. The Hawks are explicitly promoting it as a celebration of Atlanta culture. That's how they're framing it. Food, music, identity, local institution. And I get the cultural angle. Magic City has been around for decades. It's referenced in music, and there's even a docuseries about its impact on nightlife and hip hop. But the reason this is making headlines is not because of its celebration of culture, but because of NBA player Luke Kornet, who wrote an open letter to the NBA saying that it shouldn't promote a night tied to a strip club because it doesn't align with the league's family-friendly values or its responsibility to respect women. But here's where I actually agree with Luke. Magic City is an adult entertainment venue. Kids go to NBA games. So if a 7-year-old kid asks their parents what Magic City is, that's not only an awkward conversation, but it's not exactly the family-friendly brand that the NBA tries to sell globally. If you want to promote lemon pepper wings, cool. If you want to celebrate Atlanta food, great. But using the actual name of a strip club in your official team branding, that's not the best look. And speaking of not the best look, my Dabble entries lately have been so embarrassing. But I just won last night with a 2-pack KD and Giannis, and you can too by clicking the link in my bio for a free $10 entry.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. I'm not too deeply involved in the NBA like that. Like, I still watch it every now and then, but I'm not as deeply into it as I was before. I've been seeing this Atlanta Hawks Luke Kornet situation all over TikTok today, and it's honestly just mind-boggling. If you don't know the situation I'm talking about, literally just look it up. It's everywhere on the internet. But the responses and some of the shit that I'm seeing regarding the situation is honestly just, like, insane. Y'all really got on these apps to talk shit about this brother because he called out something that he felt was disrespectful to women. And I've seen a lot of reaction videos to his comments. But what actually really makes me laugh is the fact that, one, I've not seen a single reaction video directed towards the NBA. All of them are directed towards Luke Kornet. Second thing is that a lot of the reaction videos I see from the women are basically them just calling him performative. And they're essentially calling him performative because he called out an issue that he felt was disrespectful towards women, but there are multiple issues that women feel are disrespectful towards women that have not been called out. Which is just hilarious to me because these are the same women who get on social media all the time and talk about what they feel like a man is supposed to be, and they act like their word is law. And the part that makes all of this worse is the fact that I know for a fact that if nobody said anything about what the Atlanta Hawks were doing, women would have flooded social media with a bunch of videos saying how every man in the NBA is a misogynist because no one called out the Atlanta Hawks for what they were doing. As a man, you can't win living in this generation. If you call something out, you're performative for not calling out everything else that they felt like you were supposed to call out. If you don't call anything out, you're a misogynist because you didn't say anything. Like I said in the beginning, this shit is ridiculous. And y'all could say I'm a woman hater, I'm a misogynist, I'm whatever. I just blew up my bathroom about 2 minutes ago, so I really don't have a shit to give you. End of the day, I hate when people make gender wars where gender wars don't have to be a thing. Sure, there may have been a bunch of things that happened in the NBA where women felt like they were disrespected, but somebody called out this situation. Let's focus on that. And all these videos of women complaining, I have yet to see one video, one TikTok, one reel of a woman saying, "Thank you, Luke Kornet, for speaking out against this BS." But that's it for me.
Not me getting clocked by an NBA player. Not me getting out-woked by an NBA player and a white man at that. Actually, let me not call him white because you never know what race these guys are in the NBA. Like, because ever since I found out this guy was black, So last week, the Atlanta Hawks announced that they're having a Magic City Monday night. When the Hawks play the Magic on Monday, March 16th, they're selling Magic City hoodies. They're selling Magic City lemon pepper wings. Like, they're doing a whole night dedicated to this cultural institution in Atlanta. It's a strip club. Actually, I don't know what I'm laughing about because ain't shit funny, according to Luke Cornett. Allow me to read you his Substack essay he wrote about the Atlanta Hawks and Magic City Monday night. The title is Concerning the Atlanta Hawks. Actually, let me put it up on the screen so you can see it. The title is Concerning the Atlanta Hawks, and it says, this week, the Atlanta Hawks announced a special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during the team's home game against Orlando on Monday, March 16th, blah, 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 blah. Given this fact, I would like to respectfully ask the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotional night with Magic City. The NBA should desire to protect and esteem women.
Hey, man, I think Luke Cornett may be the first NBA player to speak out against strip clubs. If you've been under a rock and don't know what's going on, the Atlanta Hawks are hosting a Magic City night in honor of the legendary strip club in A, Magic City, against the Orlando Magic. Now, with that being said, some people may agree with Luke, man, because an NBA team collabing with a strip club is kind of wild. But it bothered Luke so much that he wrote a whole letter to the team. He basically felt that the promotion will reflect poorly on the whole NBA, as it could make the league complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. Now, that was a lot of words, but basically he see that as, the NBA don't care about women. It's a bad look for the NBA being this big to stoop down to that kind of level. Like, I get all that. But do you see this hoodie? It got the peach in it. Man, come on, bro. This shit hard, gang. Like, bro, this is limited drip. I don't care nothing about what you talking about. And I got a lot of things that I can't say on here about how I feel about this situation, but honestly, come on, bro. But it's obvious Luke Cornett never been to Atlanta before. He don't know what's going on. Like, if you've been to Atlanta, like, and you see where Magic City at, you'll be like, what? It's right here? Like, the shit's so close to, like, the police station and all this kind of shit. It's literally like a landmark. But what y'all think about this in the comments, man? Y'all let me know down low.
Not me getting clocked by an NBA player. Not me getting out-woked by an NBA player, and a white man at that. Actually, let me not call him white, because you never know what race these guys are in the NBA. Like, because ever since I found out this guy was black, So last week, the Atlanta Hawks announced that they're having a Magic City Monday night. When the Hawks play Magic on Monday, March 16th, they're selling Magic City hoodies. They're selling Magic City lemon pepper wings. Like, they're doing a whole night dedicated to this cultural institution in Atlanta. It's a strip club. Actually, I don't know what I'm laughing about because ain't shit funny, according to Luke Cornett. Allow me to read you his Substack essay he wrote about the Atlanta Hawks and Magic City Monday night. The title is Concerning the Atlanta Hawks. Actually, let me put it up on the screen so you can see it. The title is Concerning the Atlanta Hawks, and it says, this week, the Atlanta Hawks announced a special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during the team's home game against Orlando on Monday, March 16th, blah, 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 blah.
This man, Luke Cornett, went and wrote a whole statement to the NBA because he doesn't approve of Magic City night in Atlanta. Mind you, Luke Cornett doesn't play for Atlanta. He's not a part of Magic City night. He's not playing the Hawks that night. But somehow he's worried, talking about it sends the wrong message. It's degrading women. Bro, just tell us you ain't never had no. At the end of the day, bro, that is literally Atlanta culture, bro. Like, that's their culture out there, bro. Magic City is a big thing for them. I hear some people, they don't even go there, even though I feel like there's cap. People be talking about, we don't even go there for them. We go there for the wings. I'm sure the wings good, but I'm also sure the entertainment that you getting while you eating them wings is exactly why you chose to go there and get your wings instead of Wingstop anywhere else that you could have got some wings. I just think Luke Cornett is just super uneducated about Atlanta culture and just instantly thought about big boot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he instantly just thought of something completely different. Like, he act like they finna have a poll out there during halftime or something, or before the game. He act like they finna have the actual Magic City strippers out there on a pole or something, bro. Just chill, bro. It ain't that deep like you trying to make it.
You are going to ask the Atlanta Hawks to cancel their Magic City night because you desire for the NBA to promote respect and esteem to women, and you believe that this promotional night will reflect poorly on the NBA community and how they view women. I would then ask in response, will you also be urging the NBA to remove certain players from the league that have been in cases of domestic abuse that also does not respect or protect women? Are you also going to be sending a message to the NBA in terms of the constant promotion of gambling around the league? Are we going to be sending the same messages out of all the things that could reflect poorly on the NBA community? San Antonio Spurs Luke Kornet took to his blog to ask the Atlanta Hawks to cancel their Magic City night. In his blog titled Concerning the Atlanta Hawks, he goes on to detail all the reasons why he believes that this promotional night is not in good taste for the NBA and that the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women. He really found fault with the fact that he felt like the Atlanta Hawks were not completely transparent on what Magic City actually is in their press release. Quote, in its press release, the Hawks failed to acknowledge that this place is, as the business itself boasts, quote, Atlanta's premier strip club. Given this fact, I would like to respectfully ask that the Atlanta Hawks cancel this promotional night with the Magic City. Now, I'm going to just be honest. I don't really believe that the Atlanta Hawks having a Magic City night with T.I. performing at halftime should be that high on the list of concerns for the NBA. I think they have bigger concerns that they should be worried about right now than really the Hawks having a Magic City night. I'm not dismissing Luke Kornet's intention. It seemed as though he really wanted to convey that it is in him respecting and wanting to protect women and feeling as though that is not a good representation. That is understandable. But Magic City is a staple in Atlanta. One might say it is a historical place. So it's one of those things that every NBA team is not going to have a Magic City night. It is specifically to the Atlanta Hawks. Everyone knows why they are having it. You know, it's like, it's not one of those things personally to nitpick because it is specific to the Hawks. It's just that simple. But some people might not like it, and that's fair. But if you ask me, it's actually pretty great promotion when we are speaking of the context of Magic City in Atlanta and the Atlanta Hawks.
A lot of people are mad at Luke Kornet because he wrote a blog post being angry about the Atlanta Hawks hosting a Magic City night. Anyway, I don't have a strong take about his blog post. I didn't have a strong take when I saw they were hosting the night. I was more intrigued by the fact that an active NBA player has a blog. So naturally, I clicked and read every single post, and it's actually golden. So he started this blog a few years ago to review architecture of Catholic churches. I think he found that there wasn't necessarily a huge market for that and has revived it to talk about the life of an NBA player. And it's really, really compelling stuff. His writing style is actually very fresh and engaging. This is his return to Substack post, the first paragraph. Well, ladies and gents, I'm back. Now, some of you may ask, Luke, why were you away so long? What makes you think you won't give up this time? What's Victor like as a person? All great questions, some of which I'm asked more than others. Like, he's funny. Then he has this story about his experience in the snowstorm. The Spurs played the Hornets first. It was snowing. The game time had to be moved. This part actually gave me a good chuckle. He said everyone knows the key to beating the Hornets. They don't want the smoke. Sadly, all nearby firewood was waterlogged from the snow and did not serve as good tinder. Hornets 111, Spurs 106. When I saw his Magic City post, I was kind of like, okay, I don't really get why you have a blog. But as I read the rest of his blogs, I get why he has a blog. He's funny. And he's genuinely a good writer, most importantly in an age where everybody is using AI and trying to be a writer, which is so frustrating for people who genuinely love to read and write and read authentic words. It is very refreshing to see this. So even if I'm not sitting here co-signing your statement, thank you, Luke Kornet, for bringing us a blog controversy in an era where people do not read. Less NBA player podcast controversies, more NBA player blog controversies. Also, if you love the NBA and want to read more, you should subscribe to this amazing Substack. What? Who said that? Oh my God.
So as y'all know, Luke Kornet and his statements about the Magic City night for the Atlanta Hawks is making the rounds right now. And I want to talk about it. This is a pretty interesting decision to make and a pretty interesting business to want to partner yourself with. Why they've chosen to partner themselves with the strip club, I have no idea. The company and the association that is partnered with the boys and girls clubs now wants to be partnered with a strip club. Somebody gonna have to make that shit make sense. I need to know what effective part of the culture is going to the strip club. What has that actually done for us? Besides make a couple chicks some money so that they can go to college. But as a culture of people, how has strip club etiquette, culture, the institutions themselves, how have they made us better in any way? How have they made the conditions around us better in any way? How have strip clubs made the conditions for women in the world, or in America, I should say, better in any way? Are women safer when they work in strip clubs? When y'all say this stuff about it being a part of the culture, I need y'all to explain that. Because what it sounds like to me is that you aren't willing to acknowledge that you're entertained by things that aren't always acceptable to the mass of people. And you need to accept that. Everybody not going to be into what you into. And the mainstream society is supposed to be palatable and acceptable for the most amount of people. And the vast majority of people do not want the company that, again, is partnered with the Boys and Girls Clubs through its NBA Cares initiative. We don't want the Girls and Boys Club to be standing next to the strip club. Sorry, Atlanta Hawks, but you have to make a choice on which ones you want to be tied to. Because you can't be tied to both of them. You can't be standing in the middle, in between the strip club and the Boys and Girls Club. We don't want any links between those two things.
We have gone from Team USA Hockey Twitter to Literal War Twitter to Luke Cornett versus Strip Club Twitter, all in less than 2 weeks. Who could have expected Luke Cornett would write a blog about a strip club in the year of 2026? Also, who could have predicted the NBA would partner with the strip club in the year of 2026? So the Atlanta Hawks are having a Magic City Monday night on March 16th. They're selling this merch. I believe that they're going to have wings there as well. I don't have any experience in this, but what I have heard is that Magic City is a very prestigious strip club in Atlanta. The Spurs' Luke Cornett, half of the French Vanilla duo, does not like this idea at all. So he wrote a blog and said the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful to the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. This blog post is definitely getting mixed opinions. Some people are saying that we actually are respecting women by holding this night for them. I'm sorry, I cannot even talk about this with a straight face. This is insane. But also, like, I kind of agree with him, and I kind of agree with him on the children's front. Like, NBA games, there's a lot of kids at NBA games. What are the kids gonna say? Like, Mom, what's Magic City? Or, I don't know, like, do the kids in Atlanta already know about Magic City? Like, do their parents get wings to go for the children? I don't know, maybe I need more education on this whole ordeal. But yeah, NBA's partnering with the strip club, and Luke Cornett is protesting it. Whose side are you on?
Luke Cornett is asking the Hawks to cancel their Magic City night, saying that it's disrespectful to women. Yes, the Atlanta Hawks on March 16th are having a Magic City night, which is, yes, in promotion of the famous Atlanta strip club. Luke Cornett says the NBA should desire to protect women and esteem women, many of whom who work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest will reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. I don't know how I necessarily feel about this. I think that the Magic City idea was just kind of funny, and I know how big that strip club is in the city of Atlanta, but at the same time, I can see where Luke Cornett is coming from. I don't really know. I'm kind of sitting on the fence on this one. W women, though. Any baddies watching? Yes, I'm tatted. DMs are open.
Okay, so Luke Cornett is influencing NBA culture in more ways than one. At 7'2", 250 pounds, he basically embarrasses himself for the sake of the game by doing things like the Cornett contest, also called the Eclipse, where he basically just jumps up as high as he can to try and distract the shooter. And it does work. The shooter's effectiveness goes down significantly, but that is besides the point, okay? Because the Atlanta Hawks have scheduled a Magic City Monday celebration during their March 16th matchup against the Orlando Magic. If you don't know what Magic City is, let me explain. It is a club of sorts. Some might call it an iconic cultural establishment that's core to Atlanta's identity, but it's also a strip club. A high-end strip club really has good wings, whatever you want to say about it. It is the central theme of that Magic City Monday. So the fact that the NBA is supposed to be a family-friendly environment is what influenced Cornett to go ahead and take his thoughts to Substack to speak for himself and on behalf of some of his teammates who were also kind of a little bit taken aback by the fact that the NBA is partnering with a strip club when the NBA does cater to families and people of all ages, including children, who might ask, what is Magic City during that Orlando Magic game? Little concerning. Spokespeople for Magic City went ahead and said that this game night is just going to be about eating wings. It's going to be about trying Magic City's food, having and hearing a good performance, and kind of attaching Atlanta's culture to this iconic establishment. But at the end of the day, it's a little bit risky, but somehow it made it all the way through all the partnerships, approvals, and through ownership. Probably was ownership's idea to begin with. And whatever they say goes, I guess, because Magic City Monday is still on and they're not canceling it. And side note, Luke Cornett is Catholic. He's been married for 5 years. And so his values definitely don't align with the Atlanta Hawks decision to partner with a strip club. So it makes sense why he went ahead and wrote that article. What do you guys think? This is kind of crazy.
Now, I understand both sides of this situation, but Luke Cornett, I don't think you should have been the guy to spread the message. So at some point this month, I believe it's the 16th, the Hawks are going to honor Magic City, the club. We all know what the club is, and Luke Cornett seems to have a problem with that. Real quick, I thought it was kind of clever that they're going to do this against the Magic. And it's also kind of crazy how Luke Cornett is not even going to be a part of this night, but he still had something to say about this. But let's get into the details. So let's go into why I can see why Luke Cornett said that. March is all about Women's History Month, right? You want to honor women in the best possible way possible, just like they do for black people in February. And seeing how Magic City is a gentleman's club, it usually gets a bad rep on how they deal with women and that whole thing. So I get where Luke is coming from. But the flip side of that, bro, that club did so much for the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia. You can't go out there and say things like that, especially when that club has made so many women millionaires, thousandaires, and made them top prospects in their own city. Some of the top hustlers are from Magic City. You just have to keep it a bean. And Luke Cornett, you had the right message, but you're not the right person to say this message. Make somebody from Atlanta say something and step in and do something like that. I get both sides, man. How y'all feel about this?